What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're coming at you with a Dinomist deck profile. Let's jump into this deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. We're running one Dinomist Rex and one Dinomist Spinos. These two, in my opinion, don't really do too much for the Dinomist setup. They are very good beaters for the deck, but they're not really going to be active cards that you're able to just activate straight out of the hand. One thing too for the Dinomist, all your levels 3s and 6s, depending on what the level, the pendulum scale 6 or 3, it's going to make it so that you're going to be able to protect your Dinomist either from targeting effects or destruction and battle effects. So they blow up out of the pen scale to be able to protect your field. That's something that really helps the deck out a lot. Your Rex is kind of like a Ignister, being able to get non-target removal, but it's gonna have to be doing battle first, and that's the reason why I said I really don't think it's gonna be that big a deal. Usually I use this as a pen scale setup. Same thing with Spinos. Spinos is still gonna be another battle card, and it's gonna make it so that you can really OTK your opponent depending on the plays that you set up. But mainly these two, I use them as pen scales unless I have to really, like I said, go for game shots. Also running 3 Ceratop. Ceratop is just, if you have another Dinomist card on the field, being able to make sure that you can get that special summon, very helpful, helps you really get into a lot of your extended plays. You got 3 Brachios. This is pretty much like a Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster, you control none, special summon to the field, and that's very helpful to you also. We're also running 3 Patreon. This is a slower type of a Stratos. This card, if you destroy a monster, if it battles, being able to get a search after it does its battle is very helpful to you, and that just helps you be able to extend more plays. The problem is it's just really slow, but still is a very good card for the deck. We're also running 3 Placios. Placios is, in my opinion, one of the better Dinomist because it's going to help to, it's pretty much like searching the field all the time for Dinomist name cards, and it's going to help to increase and decrease the attack points of cards on the field. This is something that helps you out to be able to stay bigger than your opponent, because your opponent's going to lose attack points for all the cards that's on the field. So let's say you have 2 pen skills set up, this card and another monster on the field, your opponent's going to already be minus 400 attack points on all their monsters. So that's very helpful to you depending on the plays you want to make. We're also running 2 Stegios. This is just to make sure that we can, if your Dinomist monster battles another card, it's just going to blow it up at the damage steps, and that's very helpful to you with a lot of your plays. And lastly, running 2 Acleos. This is just to make sure that whenever one of your Dinomist battles a card and it's on the field, it's going to banish the card. So Dinomist have a lot going for itself in this battle phase, making sure that it can really push off the opponent's monsters and really keep its game state going in field presence. Also running 3 Rescue Hamster. The deck is mostly level 4 and level 5 monsters, and this is a requirement for Rescue Hamster. Like I said, if you blow up one of your pen scales, it goes to the extra deck. You can get your hamster, normal summon it, target it, either spin out 2 more hamsters, or you can either go into Dinomist that you had and go into your XYZ plays or even Link plays. So it does help the deck out a lot. Also too, being able to set it up into the pen scale and be able to get the monsters back out of the extra deck helps out with a lot of your plays also. And that's it for our monsters. For the spell cards, running 1 Monster Reborn. You do go into a lot of XYZ plays with this deck, and be able to get those pendulum monsters back out of the graveyard can be very helpful to you. I'm also running 3 Moray of Greed. A lot of people don't like this card, but I really like this card a lot in this specific build. Being able to spin 2 of your Dinomist back into the deck and draw 3 cards is almost similar to an Ignite Reload, but it doesn't have the requirement you can draw no more. You can activate multiple of these in a turn, so it's very helpful to me. Also running 2 Pot of Desires. This deck runs a lot of cards, it's 3 ofs. Being able to activate Desires doesn't hurt too bad in this deck. being able to see 2 extra Dinomist and just go for that game push is very helpful. I'm also running the 1 Terraforming and the 2 Dynamic Power Load. It's too bad that this card is not a Dinomist card. If it was, this card would be phenomenal. Be able to search it out and just get for that push. But the main thing with this is being able to increase your Dinomist monster's attack, and also too, during the battle phase, your opponent's not going to be able to activate their effects. Very crucial, and that's what makes it so that all the Dinomists are activating in the battle phase. And that's the reason why I say Patron, him being able to search in the battle phase after he does destruction is very, very helpful to you. We also have 3 Dinomist charge to search out any of your Dinomist monsters, and also too, while it's on the field, if one of your Dinomists goes to the top of the extra deck, it's going to send it right back to your hand. Now this only activates once per turn, but the thing about it is just being able to make sure that a lot of your Dinomists are not stuck in the extra deck. You can still just pendulum summon 1 and still have 1 in your hand. It keeps it so they're not loading up in the extra deck and locked away in your extra deck, so that's very helpful. Also running 3 limiter removal. They are all machines, so if you want to go for that big game push, this is just going to put the icing on the cake for you and have big monsters on the field just be able to beat over everything. Even if they all get destroyed and get sent to the extra deck, you just go for that massive game hit. And lastly, running the 1 Call by the Grave, because we do have a few searchers and we don't want to get ashed at the wrong time or effect Veiler, so just being able to have this out there can make a difference. And that's it for the spell card. For our traps, we only run 3, and that's our Dinomist Howling. This is it's a very good card. It's a slower card, but it's a very good card for what it does. Being able to set up instant pin scales, being able to protect your Dinomist is very, very crucial. And also too, if you have a face-up Dinomist in the monster zone, being able to tribute it off and get that interruption can be very helpful to you. And that's it for our main deck. For our extra deck, we're running 1 Cyber Dragon Nova and 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity. The Dinomist can very easily go into a Nova, making it so they can go into Infinity very easily. Being able to get that negate is very crucial, and also being able to suck up this problematic card, helpful also. Speaking of that, we're also running the 1 Bahamut Shark and the 1 Totally Awesome. I'm still debating on whether I should up Totally Awesome to 2, but right now 1 is very helpful. If you push come to shove, you negate the right card. Usually I'd say something like Cactus Talon, something like that, or Feather Duster. Anything that can really hurt you, you can set it on your side of the field, use it on your opponent's turn. Very helpful. Also running the number 39 Utopia and the S39 Utopia Lightning. This is just being able to get that good hit against the opponent problematically. This is just a good card. Just be able to make sure that you can get a free 5,000 monster on board. Just go over stuff. Very helpful. Speaking of going over stuff, we got the run number 37 Hope. This card is very interesting in what it does. Being able to drop your opponent's attack points down by 1,000, and also whenever this card is destroyed, being like a monster reborn, it's something that's very, very interesting and really helps out with a lot of plays that you can make. Same thing with the number 103 Ragnar Zero. You can modulate levels very easily in this deck against your opponent, being able to destroy 1 problematic card and get a free draw that could be a difference for you. Also too, this deck really, Abyss Dweller, they can actually get a boost to Abyss Dweller because they're all water monsters. Being able to cut off those graveyard effects, very helpful. And I'm running the 1 Cowboy. This deck, if it doesn't OTK, it gets close enough, so just being able to put the Cowboy in there to finish the opponent off, very helpful. Also running the 1 Cross Sheet, the 1 Quickfort Genius, and the 1 Mistar Boy. This deck, being able to go into Cross Sheet, making all the XYZ monsters, being able to change the attack points is very helpful. Also too, the Quickfort Genius, they're all machines, and you get a search if you pendulum summon to both zones, and that's something that you can do a lot with this deck. Being able to get that search, and also too, being able to target a card and negate it, it's very helpful also too with a lot of your plays. Mid-star board, we got plenty of water monsters in the deck. Just go for big game pushes. That's really what the deck is boils down to. Go for big game pushes when you can. Just catch the opponent off guard. We're also running the 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess and the 1 Borlo Dragon. Appaloosa just getting extra monster negates, and also Borlo just in case there is a problematic card that we can't get over. Just go ahead and take it right then and there, and then hit the opponent in the biscuit. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of the deck. Also, too, if you're new to the channel, if you checked out the channel for the first time, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Find it right down there. Also, too, if you liked the video, be sure to gun that like button. Thanks, guys, for all your love and support. We're out.